We learned about adaptations to endurance training this week and the Fick equation, especially. And in the Fick equation, we talked more again about VO2 max, which is the max amount of oxygen that can be consumed and used. So let's say I'm running or I'm jogging and I have I breathe in oxygen. Breathing in even more oxygen so that I can quote perform better is useless, because if I can't use that oxygen, then it doesn't mean anything. So there is a max amount of oxygen that I can use while I am running, if that makes sense. We also learned about how more mitochondria in the muscle will allow for more oxygen to be used. So the more mitochondria you can build and have in your muscle will allow for you to be able to breathe in more oxygen and then use more oxygen, because it drives the partial pressure down, or drives the partial pressure of oxygen down in the muscle, which is really cool because I've never even heard of that before. And it was just cool to think about, really. And then we also this week learned about resistance training and how or what hypoplasia is, which is an increasing number of muscle cells, and hypertrophy, which is increasing size of muscle cells, and the difference between those two, and how basically every gym bro slash bodybuilder talks about hypertrophy and getting bigger, but I've actually never even heard of hyperplasia until today. So learning about the difference between the two is really cool, because now I can explain it further in depth and explain what hypertrophy really is and what mTOR does to hypertrophy and hyperplasia, and how I can use that in my aid to gaining more of both.